Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. We are on Slok 237 of Bhagat Slok Kabir Ji Ke. Maharaj is doing kirpa on us, and it's full of gyan and how to receive a naam and how to let go our ego. That's what Kabir Ji is going to teach us today in summary. In old days, everything was in the hand of Brahmins, especially when you are a Khatri or a Brahmin caste, right? क्योंकि जड़ा जनेहू सी, only Khatris and Brahmins can wear that janehu. And Brahmin was very powerful. Pandit out there in the previous times was very powerful. They will not let any other people to do certain rituals. Even some castes, so-called lower castes, Shudras and the untouchables, they can't even listen to the Ved and Ved and Puran. That's how the powerful the Manu Samriti was, because Manu Samriti created these rules. So if some lower caste person would hear the Ved and all, they used to put wax in their ears. Sikka jada hunda si, the coin, they used to melt the coin and put it in their ears so that they can't hear anything ever if they would found listening to the Ved. Any cruelty sigi. The Brahmins were very cruel. And Kabir Sahib was in that era where Mullah, Qazi, Pandit, Brahmins all were very, very strict, you can say, or I would say coward, and that because they used to rule over the lower caste people, and Khatris used to support them. Whatever Brahman will say, that would be the ultimate thing. Kabir Sahib said in 237 slok, Kabir Brahman Guru hai Jagat ka, Bhagtan ka Gur nahe. He was outspoken. Kabir Sahib never felt scared of saying the truth. ऐसे पिछे बाणी ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜਦੀ ਹੈ, ਸੱਚ ਐਜ਼ ਇਨ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ, ਤੇ ਸੱਚ ਹੀ ਬੋਲਣ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ. We have to speak truth, we have to connect with the truth. Kabir Brahman Guru hai Jagat ka. He said Brahman can give you the rituals, can give you the janehu, physical things. It can tell you the rules and regulations, the superstitions, right? Make some rules, make as if Waheguru is very, very strict. But Waheguruji, we know, is Dayalu, Kripalu. Why for Waheguruji, everybody is same. Doesn't matter who you are, what is the color of your skin, which part of the world you belong to. Waheguruji For Vaheguruji, everybody's same. Brahman, Khatri, Shudra, Vash, everything. Religion-wise, Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Sikh, Buddhist, everybody's same in front of Vaheguruji. And Vaheguruji always want us to be happy. He doesn't want us to be in pain. But Brahman behaved as if Vaheguruji is so strict that he will always give us punishment. Always he is going to give us pain. That's what Brahman presented, right? Because the lower caste people were not even able to allowed to listen to Ved. If the lower caste person is found listening to the Ved, they will melt the coin, or they will put a wax in their ears. Just think how painful it would be. Somebody will block your ears with with a wax, or with the melting the coin, a metal coin, and put that melted hot uh, metal in your ears. How painful it will be. Kinna dard hunda hoega, kinni pain hundi hoegi jadon. But they behaved as if the lower caste people don't have a god in them or Waheguru in them. But we know sab mein jyot, jyot hai soe, tis de chanan, sab mein chanan hoye. So Guru Sahib is always Dyalu and Kripalu. He always and always give us happiness. But these kind of people, at that time, they always used to give dukh, and they used to call themselves that they are messengers of Vaheguru, messengers of God, but they were not. Kabir, Baman Guru hai Jagat ka. Kabir said, Bhagtan ka gurna hai, jade bhagti karde hai, people who meditate and all to Vaheguru, Brahmans are not their guru. And it's only and only, Brahman is only and only considered guru of worldly peoples. Only and only people who are basically in the rituals. Because Brahman only connects you to the physical ritual, not with Vaheguru. अर्ज उर्ज के पच मुआ चारों वेदों माहे. And they are always and always teaching people about Vedas, or claiming to teach Vedas, finding those portions and manipulating the Vedas. And the word used here is urj urj, that they themselves were in that. Ulj, urj, or ulj, one and the same thing. They didn't knew themselves what they're saying, because any spiritual granth, spiritual book which you will read, spiritual teachings which you will read of Mahapurk, that means we have to read it and we have to do a practical. If we are just reading and not doing practical, Maharaj is saying, for example, in Sukhmani Sahib, Simro simar simar sukh pavo, kal kalesh tan mahe mitavo. And we are just reading it. We are not doing what Guru Sahib is doing, telling us. The same part was about Brahmans. Arj urj ke pach mua. He is, ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਫਸ ਗਿਆ ਵਿੱਚ, ਉਲਝ ਗਿਆ ਵਿੱਚ. They themselves are confused. They themselves are in doubt. They themselves are in param. How will they teach anybody? Because they have not have practical experience. Arj urj ke pach mua charo vedon mahe. And they said, oh, this is written in Vedas. And I don't know if you guys know, only Brahmins were allowed to teach Vedas, and only maybe Vash and Khatris can listen to them, but they were not even allowed to read, and they were manipulating things. Because I'm not saying this, Gurbani says that. Gurbani says, Veda mein naam uttam so sune nahi, fire jo bitalya. In Veds also there was talking about Naam, but Pandits will ignoring that. Brahmins were ignoring that. They were just talking about the rituals from Manu Simriti and calling it part of the four Vedas. Manu was a person who wrote a Manu Simriti, a book which is kind of a Rahat Maryada for Hindus, but it is totally against humanity. It talks about caste system, which was made by Manu. It talks about how you should teach, how you should behave with the lower caste people, how you should beat them, how you should behave with the women. Women were not considered equal as per Manu Samriti. If women will get widow, if their husband will die, they're supposed to wear certain clothes. And so everything was worse. There have been movies made on Manu Samriti just because that was a bad practice. And even today, lot of Hindus, they don't believe in it. They don't want to follow that because there's so much bad about the society in that. And that's why Kabir Sahib is saying, because he wanted, see, all the spiritual leaders, all the avatars, they wanted to bring a revolution, right? So they wanted to change people's mindset because Brahman was calling himself an agent of Waheguru, agent of God, agent of Bhagwan. That's why Kabir Sahib is saying, Kabir, Brahman Guru hai Jagat ka. Bhagatan ka gur nahe. He is not a guru of Bhagats. Maybe for the people who believe in ritualism. In next Shabad, Kabir Sahib is saying, हर है खांड रेत में बिखरी हाथी चुनी न जाए कह कबीर गुर भली बुझाई कीटी होए कह खाए. Kabir Sahib is saying, if you have a sugar and you put the sugar in the dust on the floor, and there is a floor which is full of dust, then you cannot pick the sugar out of it because sugar will mix in that dust and it will be very hard to pick that sugar. What does that mean? And it says, Hathi chuni na jaye. Elephant cannot take the sugar from the dust because Hathi is so big, sugar particles are so small, and it will be very difficult for him to see it and recognize the sugar particles out of the dust particles. It will be so mixed that it will not be able to filter it. What does that mean? Maharaj Kabir Sahib is talking about our mind, that our mind has become elephant, hathi, because of our ego. ਹੋਮੇ ਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਮਨ ਹਾਥੀ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਤੱਕ and we know who can pick up the sugar particles, which living being can pick up the sugar particles from the dust? Anybody? From the kids especially, or even adults?
ET Waheguru.
Answer.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. So next line Kabir Sahib is telling us, कह कबीर गुर भली बुझाई कीटी होए कह खाए. कहते अपनी होमे खत्म कर दियो. If you want to reach Naam, khand, what is the khand? What is the sugar here? The Naam. If you want to connect with the Naam, Naam is all distributed in our body. This body is made out of wraith, sand, right? And if in the sand there is a sugar, if only ants can pick it up. कीड़ी चुक ਸਕਦੀ ਉਹਨੂੰ. ਕੀਟੀ ਹੋਏ ਕਹਿ ਖਾਏ. ਮਤਲਬ ਆਪਾਂ ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੋਮੇ ਛੱਡਣੀ ਆ ਆਪਾਂ. ਮੈਂ ਮੇਰੀ ਛੱਡਣੀ ਹੈ. We have to become humble. We have to surrender ourselves. Then only we'll be able to connect with the Naam. Because this Naam, sugar, this sweetness, this Amrit Ras is inside us. No nid Amrit Prabh ka naam dehi mein iska bisram. Because this sugar, this Amrit Ras, this Naam is in this body. And body is made out of sand. And people start thinking, oh, if I will search inside my body, physical body, then I will start getting into the Naam. That's why it's a game of a mind, not of physical stuff. Inside the physical body, there is a mind, there is a Sukha Murat that has Naam. Sukha Murat, Naam Naranjan, Kaya ka Akar. The physical Kaya has Sukha Murat inside and Naam inside. And that's the sugar. That's Amrit Naam. When we'll reach there, our mind will start getting sweet taste. Our physical tongue will also get a sweet taste. That's a beauty. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਤੂੰ ਨਿਰਮਲ ਕਰ ਲੈ ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਤੂੰ ਹਉਮੈ ਤੋਂ ਜੁਦਾ ਕਰ ਲੈ separate your mind from your self, from your home. Start learning how to leave this body, because we are proud of our physical body. All of us think that we have the best murat of the world. We are very beautiful. We are very handsome. We are very smart. But that means we're becoming hathi. Our mind is becoming hathi, elephant. We have to make our mind like a kidi, little, so but nobody can see us. ਖਤਮ ਹੋਣਾ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਮਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ. Then we will merge in this Naam. Then we'll connect with the Naam forever. हर है खांड, हर है खान. Waheguru Ji is sugar. Nami is sugar. The Naam is sugar. हर है खांड, रेत में बिखरी, हाथी चुनी न जाए. Hathi cannot get it. Hathi cannot pick it. कह कबीर गुर भली बुझाई, कीटी होए कह खाए. Waheguru Ji has now told me, I have taken the wisdom of Waheguru Sache Pasha, that I have to become a humble kidi ant. Then only can I can pick the sugar from this sand, from this physical body. Then I'll get a wisdom that inside this physical body there is a Sukha Murat, and then there is a Naam Niranjan. And then we can pick it. And then we can connect with Waheguru, merging in Naam, merging in Waheguru. Kabir, jo to saad piram ki, शीस काट कर गोए, खेलत खेलत हाल कर जो, किच होए ता होए. कबीर, जो तो साध पिरम की, शीस काट कर गोए. कहते, if you want to fall in love, if you want to play this game, you have to give your head. You have to give your head. When Guru Gobind Singh Ji started the ceremony of Amrit Sanchar, Vaisakhi just passed. ਪੰਜ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਬਣਾਏ ਸੀ ਮਾਲਕ ਨੇ, ਉਦੋਂ ਕੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਪੰਜਾਂ ਨੂੰ? Give me your head. What does that mean? ਜਾਓ ਤੋਂ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਖੇਲਨ ਕਾ ਚਾਓ, ਸਿਰ ਤਰ ਗਲੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਆਓ. This, why we have to bring our head? What does head mean? Head here means again our home. We have to shed our home. जो तो कबीर, जो तो साध पिरम की, शीस काट कर गोए. Till the time will not leave the home, the ego, our arrogance. We cannot play this game. खेलत खेलत हाल कर जो, किच होए ता होए. We have to surrender ourselves, give our head, become humble. The biggest progress in spirituality happens when people start doing your nindya chugli. When people will start doing your nindya chugli, gossiping and slandering. When people will start your gossiping and slandering, your spiritual progress will start happening. But it also depends when somebody slander you, how do you react? Do you slander back or do you smile? Do you say, Vaheguruji, this is a kirpa? Most of the people cannot take their slandering. कोई ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਨਿੰਦਿਆ ਚੁਗਲੀ ਕਰੇ ਬਰਦਾਸ਼ਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲੋਂ. But with the Naam, that's the beauty of Naam. When our mind will start going in Sahaj, in peace, through Naam, this jaran di shakti aa jayegi. Then we can take the slandering happily. I remember the Sakhi of Buddha, Gautam Buddha. He visits some place for the Bhikkya, and that person starts abusing him. And he abuses him so badly. The followers of Buddha try to handle that person, and Buddha tell them stop. And then they stop. And then that person is abusing. And Buddha smiles and leave that place. That person gets impatient. And that person says, I'm abusing you. You're still not angry. What's wrong with you? He says, if somebody gives you a gift, he asks him a question. If somebody gives you a gift or gives you something, and you don't want to take it, can that person give you? He said, no. Nobody can give me something if I don't want it. He said, same. You are giving me abuses. I'm not taking it. That's it. It's easier said than done. But with the Shakti, with the power of Naam, when our mind starts going in peace, we can handle these situations. That's a game of love. Because who is abusing us? Vaheguruji. Because the person also has Vaheguruji. Receiver is the same, sender is the same. Why to complain? Only love. This is the game of love. Kabir, जाओ तो साध पिरम की पाके सेती खेल काची सरसों पेल कै ना खल पई ना खेल. That's why we try to repeat this again and again, that we have to connect with Gurbani Guru. Gurbani Guru is the only Puran Guru, not a physical human being. Because human beings will do mistake. There was a reason why Guru Gobind Singh Ji gave the Guru Gaddi to Tan Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, Shabad Guru. Because he knew there will be so many physical gurus and they will make people astray. People will follow different paths and they will not reach to their destination. ऐसे पिछे सिर्फ गुरबाणी गुरु दे नाल जुड़ना, कच्चे गुरुआं दे नाल नहीं. That's what Kabir Sahib is saying. That if you want to connect, take a wisdom of Satguru. For us, it is Tan Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, Shabad Guru. Kabir, jo to saad piram ki paake seti khel. If you want to play this game, then connect with Gurbani Guru. Kachi sarson pel kai na khal pai na tel. Kachi sarson, kachi, ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਸਰੋਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ. What is ਸਰਸੋਂ in ਸਰੋਂ ਦਾ ਤੇਲ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਨਾ? What is ਸਰੋਂ in mustard seeds? ਕਹਿੰਦੇ if you will take a raw mustard seeds and try to take oil out of it, you will not be able to. But if you will little bit roast it and all, and then try to take oil out of it, then it can. Similarly, The Naam is inside us, 100%. It's in everybody. But to take that Naam out, we need to be humble, we need to shed ego, and we need to take a Gyan of Puran Guru, which is Satguru Tan Tan Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Bani Guru, Guru hai Bani, which Bani Amrit Sare, Gurbani Kahe, Sevak Jan Manai, Partak Guru Nistare. We have to take a wisdom of Tan Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. We can't pick and choose. We have to follow 100% and do the practical. That's what following means. Not just reading, not just listening, doing the practical. Whatever Guru Sahib is telling us, we have to do it. Aao ji, sanu hukam hai, naam japanda. Aao ji, let's chant naam. How? Gaviye, suniye, man rakhiye pav. Remember the 3 points. Chanting from your tongue, obviously with love, listening with love, and then looking in the front with love. After closing your eyes, look at the tip of the nose first, very, very easily, very softly, very calmly. Look into the nose tip, and when the nose tip starts disappearing, close your eyes, say Wah, and listen, Guru, and listen. Aao ji, shuru kariye. Wah, Guru, 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 Guru, Wah, 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 Guru, Guru, Wah, 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 Guru, Guru, Wah, 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 Guru, Guru, Wah, 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 Guru, Va, 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 Guru, Guru, Va, 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 Guru, Guru, Va, 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 Guru, Guru, Va, 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 Guru, Guru, Va, Guru, Va, Guru, Va, Guru, Va, Guru, Va, Guru, Guru, Va, 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 Guru, Guru, Va, Guru, Va, Guru, Guru, Va, 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 Guru, Na, Guru, Va, Guru, Guru Waheguru Guru Waheguru 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 Guru Waheguru 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 Guru Waheguru 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 अंतर्गत हो जो जी सारे मन द्वारा सिमरन करना. We have to do Simran through mind. When the breath goes in from the nostrils, do Va, and when breath comes out, say Guru, and repeat this process. Don't stop looking in front of your nose. Slowly, slowly, we'll bring this focus, this sut, in the front of our forehead while chanting. How ji, shuru karo ji. This is Antargat, but I will speak loud. Va, Guru, 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 Va, Guru. Now bring your focus in the front of the forehead and sit there in Dhyan, in full focus. No chanting there. शांति नाल उथे बैठना. If you get a thought there, then stop your breath for a few seconds and then release. But ਉੱਥੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਆਸਣ ਲਾਣਾ ਹੈ, either in front of the forehead or on the top where we do juda, whichever way is comfortable for you. But don't put a pressure on your eyes or on forehead. Very softly, very calmly. Your eyes should be closed, just focusing up there. No Simran at this time. ਸਵਾਸਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਰੋਕ ਕੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਰਹੋ. Stop your breath, keep on sitting there. Stop the breath, release it, and keep on sitting there. Make sure your neck is straight. Neck should not go down, otherwise you'll get a sleep. Neck should be straight. Keep on sitting in the front of your forehead or on the top. Full focus there. Now, wherever your eyes are, just slowly open a little bit. ਥੋੜੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੀਆਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਖੋਲੋ, ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਦੇਖੋ ਖਾਲੀ ਖਲਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, in the empty space. Just little bit eyes open.
Open it a little bit more. ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਅਜੇ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਖੋਲਣੀਆਂ. Open it fully now. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. ਹਮ ਅਵਗੁਣ ਪਰੇ ਏਕ ਗੁਣ ਨਾਹੀ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਛਾੜ ਬਿਖੈ ਬਿਖ ਖਾਈ ਮਾਇਆ ਮੋਹ ਭਰਮ ਪੈ ਭੂਲੈ ਸੁਤ ਦਾਰਾ ਸਿਉ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਲਗਾਈ ਇੱਕ ਉੱਤਮ ਪੰਥ ਸੁਣਿਓ ਗੁਰ ਸੰਗਤ ਤੈ ਮਿਲੰਤ ਜਮ ਤਰਾਸ ਮਿਟਾਈ ਇੱਕ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਪਾਠ ਕੀਰਤ ਕੀ ਗੁਰ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਰਾਖੋ ਸ਼ਰਨਾਈ ਇੱਕ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਪਾਠ ਕੀਰਤ ਕੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਰਾਖੋ ਸ਼ਰਨਾਈ. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਜੀ. ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਘਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਏਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਪ੍ਰੈਕਟਿਸ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ. Today we sat for around 6-7 minutes in the Dhyan. We have to increase this time. The more time will increase, the more mind will go in Sahaj, more in peace. Waheguru ji ka khalsa, Waheguru ji ki fateh. Bhulan chukan di khima ji. We'll meet tomorrow at 5